Spin it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Johnny 2B.
And I'm Hopeless Romance.
And we bring you OverDrive Incident Chapter 9, Escaped. Now all the music belongs to... And all the sound effects are all tossed, and you own, the Hopeless Romance owns all the drawings. And everything belongs to either Parimount, Baloo, or Walt Disney Animation Studios. Here we go, Chapter 9, Escaped. Dr. McCoy smiles. Well, I just need you to be a distraction for the guards and release Captain Kirk, and then we could go to the prison and release your father.
Really? You would do that for us? Sandy asked.
Of course I would. It would be my word as a southern gentleman and an old-fashioned country doctor to do so. And let's go save your friend. Well, come on, then. Let's go take my car, Kit said. They got into Kit's 39 black Chevy and drove to a local jail where Jim Kirk was being held. As they got there, Sandy pulled a sick fainting move, and while Kit and the other guards quickly moved to the left, the front door of the guard was rushed and knocked over. Kit punched him in the face. Dr. McCoy injected the other guard with a sleeping drug, and he fell down asleep.
Sandy and Kit got dressed in the guard's uniform and got into the building. They pretended to handcuff Dr. McCoy as they were confronted with 3 more police officers.
What are you doing with this thing? Asked Officer Bulldog. We caught him stealing food from Hooper's Market, Kit said.
Yes, he needs to be locked up, Sandy agreed.
I never got any report from that, theft at the market. I'll have to call them and clear it, the police dog said. Before you do that, I have something to show you, Kit said.
Oh yeah? The dog walks over. Dr. McCoy uses his sleeping injection on the dog and knocks him out instantly, while Kit and Sandy runs the other officers and fight them hand to hand. Dr. McCoy grabs the keys of the sleeping dog and tosses them to Kirk, who was in his cell waiting for them. Kit and Sandy knocked out the other officers.
Kirk unlocks in the cell and grabs his phaser and communicator that was on the desk. What kept you? Kirk asked. I'm a doctor, not a running back, McCoy reported. I see your point. Kirk smiled and stunned 2 more officers. Then he ran to other officers and stunned them as they fell down on their desk. Kit and Sandy were amazed to see what Captain Kirk could do.
What is that? Sandy asked.
It's a device that can kill or stun a person, Kirk explains. Did you kill them? Asked Kit. No, I just stunned them with that simulates the appearance of death. They should be all right, Kirk continues. Amazing, Kit says. Jim, these 2 are related to Baloo, and I need them since they volunteered to help me get Baloo out and help you out. Fair enough, you're with us then. Then after we have your father, then I hope you can talk to you about the OverDrive. That's fair enough. That's fair for us, Kit said. All right, let's get to your father and out of this prison, Kirk said.
Kirk and Dr. McCoy got dressed into the police uniforms and followed Kit and Sandy into an old 1950s police car to the prison that held Baloo and Rebecca.
As they got to the prison, Kirk pulled out of the squad car, and Kit and Sandy followed behind out of their car. Kirk called his ship. Kirk to Enterprise! Kirk called on his communicator. Enterprise here, Mr. Sulu speaking. Mr. Sulu, lock the ship's main phasers on the surrounding area of the prison around me. Stun everyone when I give the signal. Aye, sir, standing by. Very good, Kirk out. Kirk closed his communicator. What did you tell your ship? Kit asked. Some insurance for our escape if needed, Kirk said. As they approached the entrance to the prison, 2 Rhino guards blocked the door. I'm sorry, this is a restricted area. You don't have the proper clearance to come in, one of the Rhinos said. Orders from Sheriff Khan to inspect the prison, Kirk said. Oh yeah? Well, I'll go see. As one of the Rhinos got to the phone to call Sheriff Khan, Kirk and Kit pulled a left crosswalk to the both of them. Dr. McCoy injected them with a sleeping drug.
They got into the prison and snuck around the prison when they found Baloo and Rebecca sitting around their cell not knowing what to do. When Rebecca noticed Kit and Sandy right away. Kit, Sandy, you're okay, she screamed. We're okay, Mom. We're here to get you out. They got into the prison and...
Kit, I'm glad to see you! I'm happy to see you, Papa Bear. Don't worry, Mr. and Mrs. Brown Boonwald. We're here to get you out, I assured them. Come on, guys, let's find those guards, Kirk smiled. Captain Kirk snuck around till he found a bunch of Pelican guards playing poker. Gentlemen, this game you're playing is child's play, Kirk said to one of the Kirk Pelican guards on his left, who held a gun up to him.
Oh yeah, tough guy? I can play any game and beat you, the Pelican said.
May I? Kirk asked. The Pelican hands Kirk the cards. You see, the name of the game is called Fizbin.
Fizbin? Asked the Pelican guard.
Yes, Fizbin. I'm betting Eddie and Terry's 4. You see, the rules of the game as follows. The cards on the game are different, but not too different. I'm sure we can manage to get the game going.
Okay, show me.
The idea of the game is to get the most cards. Each player gets 6 cards, except for the player on the dealer's right, who gets 7.
On the right?
Yes, the second card is turned up except on Tuesday.
On Tuesday?
Mm-hmm. Kirk turns up a jack. Oh, look, you got 2 jacks. You got a half his bin already. I
need another jack?
No. If you got another jack, you'd get a shrunk.
A shrunk?
Yes, you'd be disqualified. Now, we are looking for the king and a deuce, except at night when you need a queen or a 4.
Except at night, the Pelican asks.
Right. Oh, look, you got another jack. How lucky you are. How wonderful. Now, if you didn't get another jack, now if you got another card say, and got a king, except when it's dark, you'd have to give it back. If you're dark on Tuesday. Yes, but what you're after is a royal Fizbin. And I mean a royal Fizbin. The odds are astronomical. Believe me, just astronomical. Now for the last card, we'll call it a cronk. A what? Kirk drops the card on the floor and the guard, he punches the guard out.
Kirk knocks out the guard while the rest of the guards get knocked out by Kit, Sandy, and Dr. McCoy.
Now, Kit, grab the keys, and I'll get your father out. Dr. McCoy, you tell Mr. Sulu to stand by Kirk's orders.
Kit grabs the keys on the cell, and they run back to the open cell. Baloo, Becky. Kit unlocks the cell.
Come on, let's go, Kit said. Just then, an alarm went off, and more guards came out, chasing the group, and all in one person. Kirk got to his communicator. Kirk to Enterprise. Kirk, stun the entire area when we're clear, Kirk ordered. Aye, sir.
The group ran out as the doors of the prison were closing and they were being shot at. They ran out of the prison when the Enterprise's main phaser shot the entire prison up, surrounding the area as everyone got into cars and sped off. What was that? Becky asked.
Ship's weapon system. Don't worry, they're not dead, just knocked out. Just then, both cars were driving and shots were heard.
Shooting at both of them when the police cars' tires were shot at. As that happened, it crashed into Kit's car, which came to a halt.
As they walked out to get unharmed, they see one of them shot was a gorilla and a rhino, and in between them was a small alligator in a gangster uniform. Traitor Mo, Baloo said as he looked at the gangsters. Well, if it isn't that old Baloo and his friends, the gator said in his sly voice. Sorry, folks, but that's a cliffhanger. Thank you for listening for Chapter 9, Escaped. I'm Johnny 2B.
And I'm Hopeless Romance.
And we hope that you have a good night.